Hey everybody, this is Bible, Business, and a Bike with me, Issac Azevedo. This is my episode 0, why I read, why I ride, and why I speak. In 2023, I rode this bike 9,200 miles. That's an average of 25 miles every single day. And I didn't ride to get in shape or break a record. I rode because I was trying to stay alive. Those miles, they saved me. Because back then, if I wasn't riding, I don't think I'd be able to talk to you like this. Something shifted for me in 2024. I started trading 45 minutes on the bike for 45 minutes of the Word. Old Testament, New Testament, cover to cover, 3 times through. And I'm about to start the 4th. And now, I'm riding again, not to survive, but to serve. As I said earlier, I'm Dr. Issac E. Azevedo, and this is Bible, Business, and a Bike, hopefully with the most interesting guy you never met. And this episode is the why behind the ride. So yeah, 9,200 miles in 2023. That's what the app said. That's what the data shows. But what it doesn't tell you is what I was riding through. I didn't start cycling because I loved fitness. I started because I was trying to process grief, regret, failure, and pressure. And for 25 miles a day, I could breathe. I could feel something other than the need to be busy. I could think without exploding inside. I could cry without having to explain to anyone. And the thing is, I was still successful on the outside. Doctorate on the wall, business under my belt, people calling me for advice. But I was carrying weight no spreadsheet could calculate. This bike became my sanctuary. It gave me rhythm, gave me silence, gave me peace. It gave me space where I wasn't managing anyone else's crisis. And if I'm being really honest, there were days if I didn't ride for fitness, I rode for survival. I believe God honored that motion even when I wasn't fully surrendered yet. I believe He let me ride through some things before He could ever ask me to speak to anyone about it. So when people ask me where this all started, it didn't start with a business plan. It started with exhaustion, with sweat, with silence, and with a man who kept pedaling because it was the only thing keeping my head above water. In early August 2024, I made a quiet decision that changed everything. I swapped 45 minutes on the bike for 45 minutes in the Word. But let me back up. Between March and August of that year, I was in the deepest spiritual wrestle of my life. I questioned everything I believed about God, about salvation, about truth, about myself. For decades, I had followed a religion devoutly, sincerely, but in that season, God started pressing into me, not with condemnation, but with a question. Do you know me? Or do you know how to do the works and you think you serve me? And I realized something. I had been faithful to a system, but I didn't yet know my Savior. So I left the religion, not out of bitterness, not out of rebellion, but out of reverence. I even told the leadership that I hold no grudges toward them or the people of the church and that community were some of the nicest people I'd ever met in my entire life. But I still had to leave because I wanted a real relationship with my Savior. And that's when I opened the Bible. Not as a member of a church, but as a son who wanted to know his father. I started reading at Genesis 1:1, and 147 days later, I finished Revelation 22:21. Not to win debates, not to fulfill a requirement, but to meet the God I had only ever heard about in pieces. Since then, I've read the entire Bible 2 full times, and I'm about to start my 4th. And that word, it didn't just change my mind, it changed my heart. I stopped writing for survival, and I started reading for surrender. That's where it all shifted, not just from bike to Bible, but from performance to presence, from duty to delight, from religion to relationship. After all the miles, the questions, the reading, the breaking, I could have left the bike behind. But God didn't just save me through the ride. He redeemed it. Now I'm back in the saddle, but it's not about burning calories or blowing off steam. It's about discipleship in motion. Every mile I ride now has meaning. Every breath, every drop of sweat, every thought I speak, it's all an offering. I don't just ride to think anymore. I ride to teach. I ride to open the word. I ride to speak to the person who's still on the edge, wondering if God sees them. And he does. If that's you, this entire movement, Bible, business, and a bike, is for you. I've been the devout believer who knew about God but still wasn't walking with him. I've been the entrepreneur who led others while bleeding quietly inside and spiritually. But now I ride from a different place, not to get away, not to grind harder, not to earn anything, but to say this: you can live, you can lead, you can come back. I am proof. And this bike, it's not my escape anymore, it's my pulpit. If you've listened this far, then maybe you're where I was. You're tired, but you keep showing up. You're successful, but secretly starving. You're cycling through life, motion on the outside, but no peace on the inside. I see you. I see you because I've been you. And that's why Bible, business, and a bike exist. It's not for the man who knows how to build, but doesn't know how to rest. It's for the man who loves God, but feels lost in the pressure. It's for the leader who's leading everyone, but hearing nothing from heaven. I'm not here to impress you. I'm here to ride beside you, to open the word, to speak truth in motion, to share what God is showing me, miles at a time. Because here's the truth. You're not too far. You're not too late. You're just one yes away from the start of something redemptive. So ride with me. Subscribe, bookmark jonahvale.com, and come back tomorrow. The word is alive, the road is open, and your story's not over. I'm Dr. Issac E. Azevedo. This is Bible, Business, and a Bike. Let's ride into the deep together.